Imagine looking at someone standing in front of you, and within a few seconds you understand what they are hiding before they even speak. It may sound like fantasy, but in reality it is a practical skill mastered by intelligence investigators and body language analysts over many years. The secret is not mind reading, nor random guessing, it is something else entirely, something that allows you to detect a lie from a smile, or sense tension from a single glance, even if the person in front of you is highly skilled at concealment. In this video, I will reveal 5 secrets that give you this ability, and show you how to apply them step by step so you can read anyone as if they were an open book. But pay close attention, because in the 4th secret you will hear a signal that, once noticed, will permanently change the way you see people. Are you ready to discover it? Let us begin with the 1st secret. In the world of behavioral analysis, observation does not begin when a person starts speaking, but moments before that. In the first few minutes, make no judgments at all. Just observe the baseline, the person's natural behavior when they do not feel threatened. How they sit, how they move their hands, how they laugh unconsciously. This is their original version, but here is where the real game begins. Create a small interruption, an unexpected question, a change in tone of voice. Or even a light tap on the table. In the next moment, observe the shift. Did their jaw tighten suddenly? Did they take a deep breath before answering? Honest people return to balance quickly, while performers stumble for a moment. That moment is gold, because deviation from the baseline exposes the act. The body cannot lie when it is surprised. Try asking, what was the worst decision you made this week? Do not wait for the answer. Watch the silence before it. Watch their eyes, their hands, their breathing, because truth does not appear in the response, but in the seconds that precede it. A simple interruption reveals what was never said, and that is your first weapon. Every deviation is a discovery. But what if the person hides their emotions completely? What if they are unaffected by any interruption? This is where pressure must enter the equation. The next secret will show you how to expose truth under psychological heat without raising your voice. The 2nd secret, pressure does not mean shouting or direct confrontation. Sometimes a simple question, asked calmly, reveals more than an hour of argument. A person shows their true self when they have no time to think. So ask a question that requires an immediate decision, without introduction. For example, if you had to choose right now between losing your phone forever or cutting contact with the closest person in your life for 2 days, which would you choose? Observe the response carefully. A fast answer means the decision is clear in their mind and their priorities are defined. Long hesitation, however, signals internal conflict, fear of telling the truth, or an attempt to craft a perfect answer. An emotional response, delivered loudly or defensively, exposes the values they are trying to hide. In intelligence work, this is called a priority test. Designed to measure what truly matters to a person, not what they claim matters. In everyday life, this is a truth test. You can use it in any conversation, at work or in relationships. Apply slight pressure, then observe. Light pressure makes masks tremble and forces truth to surface uninvited. The rule is simple: the sharper the question, the deeper the exposure, but there is a deeper secret than the answers themselves. People do not lie only through what they say, but through how they say it. In the next secret, you will learn how to catch a lie from the word itself before it is even spoken. Before we move to the next section, listen carefully. Everything you have seen in this video is only a small part of the full picture. That is why I wrote a special digital book titled Code of Presence: The Hidden Laws of Social Control. A book that reveals in detail the rules and secrets that transform how you are perceived from the very first word, and make you impossible to ignore. It also includes techniques, routines, and daily habits to build a powerful presence. And I will say this clearly: if you do not read this book, you will continue repeating the same mistakes that destroy your presence without you even realizing it. Most importantly, it is available for a limited time at a symbolic discounted price, yet its value could change your life forever. You will find the book link in the description of this video. The 3rd secret: words are not just a means of expression, they are a mental fingerprint. Every person leaves behind a linguistic pattern that reveals how they see themselves and the world around them. Pay attention to the small details. Do they use absolute words like always, never, everyone? This is the language of someone who lives in black and white, a rigid, defensive mind that rejects the gray zone, but those who say sometimes, often, in certain cases have a balanced analytical mind open to change. Also pay attention to pronouns. Someone who constantly says they lives with a victim mentality, blaming the world for their problems. Those who say I or we take responsibility and speak from a position of action, not complaint. Words reveal the mental framework before the body does. Someone who repeats, why does this always happen to me? Is seeking justification. Someone who says, what can I do now? Is seeking solutions. Try this in practice. Ask someone, describe yourself in one word. Then do not stop there. Ask, why that word specifically. You will be amazed at how much information emerges afterward. In truth, the words people choose are not random, they are mirrors of their minds, their motives, and their real intentions. Observe their words, and you will know them better than they know themselves. But be careful, some people are skilled at using words as weapons. Their smiles are calculated, their tone controlled, their behavior a mirror of what you want to hear. The next secret will show you how to break that mirror and distinguish between the actor and the genuine person. The fourth secret, this is where the real nerve game begins. In behavioral analysis, it is said that people trust those who mirror their gestures, tone, and movements, but when you reverse this rule, confusion begins. Normal mirroring builds rapport, but reverse mirroring is designed to break the act. Observe the person carefully. Notice every small movement, then choose one moment to completely oppose it. If they smile with their lips, do not return the smile. If they lean forward, step back slowly. If they raise their voice to assert dominance, lower yours to a whisper. What happens next is fascinating. The subconscious mind of the actor starts screaming, why is this person not syncing with me? Control begins to fall apart and involuntary signals appear, confusion. Face touching, repeated swallowing, or changes in tone. At that moment, do not speak much. Silence becomes your weapon. Let them drown in the contradiction they created themselves, but be warned, this test is not a game. It is a psychological switch that separates the real from the fake. Use it only once, and wisely, because reverse mirroring does not only expose the other person, it also tests your own composure. However, there is one test no actor can pass. A test that forces the subconscious mind to expose itself without realizing it. It is the future test, where the sincere and ambitious are separated from the liar and the pretender. The fifth secret, people are experts at justifying the past, but the future cannot be lied about easily. When you ask, what did you do? You will get a prepared story, a polished narrative full of excuses or exaggerations. But when you ask, what will you do? You place the person in direct confrontation with their reality. Ask a simple yet penetrating question. If you succeed at one thing this year, what will it be? Pause and listen carefully. Those who speak with clarity and confidence, who mention practical steps, timelines, and small details, are thinking with an execution mindset, but those who respond with vague phrases like I want to improve or I will succeed, without a clear plan, are often living in a bubble of wishful thinking, not in reality. The future test does not measure dreams, it measures real intention behind words. Also observe facial expressions when they talk about tomorrow. Do their eyes light up? Do they breathe deeply? Do they lean forward as if approaching their vision? These are signs of genuine ambition. But if they shrink, change the topic quickly, or lose emotional connection while speaking, know that the future for them is not a vision, but an escape from the present. The future test reveals who truly plans and who only dreams. Now you know the secrets. But knowledge alone is not enough. Real power comes from application. When you begin to notice small details, analyze words, and break masks, you will discover that everyone in front of you has become an open book, and that you now control what once seemed impossible. Remember, those who see beyond masks are the ones who hold real influence. So are you ready to apply this and change the way you see people and your life?